Adom FM so na echirishi edimboko Inshira FM na jumedia idi wan mse no na pemi nu aye betena eye sechere Kumawu ye timi enemo di nkomo na bibia timi akokama mamenka wo se na ejoada me ni de toso aduonu mienu ye de aseda sonko na ma twedi amponyankopon se ode ene nso ache the entire team ya che mu ebi won kran ebi okumase na ebi so be pio Kumawu ye dwumadie nyina na se na no dayanti asempa ye ofa enua bema ye bibia machebe dwane a owo mpesua wesu erade tonsa efre no nti na no da na yi ne bibia ko kama na ho akohia se wo yabato hihye mu no ye fre bibi se by election se baso nti wo behwemu a eno pote anade yen abepi hanum se ye ntimi enko ana enhye adwumadi ase bra yen sre tumi enfri twedi ampo ani kurura ho ti onyamede ye why na afom de wi kurura nso one na pamfo nyina meka kurura berema safo doctor Tweneboa Kodua ono so anopeya manache one na pamfo ene adehia wono wo eye sechere Kumawu ha nyame anim ni enyame nko na mo ha team no yera Welbeck Kofi Ampedu ana AD anim kan na odi akosa beka se nkomoi da pemi nu na eno achi no yetimi abeka mo ho nkran me so meni menua obi ana eye menua CJ ana edi dwuma no ewa anum se o hwa upie Kumawu hanum se ya na me anim ni aha ani kan ye pa obi ma me mo akwaba
aman meje so na apom te se
o nyame adom bibia eye boko
e da nyame ase
na mamensa
ene yabafie
mo amunim na afina kambeka se mamu wakwa baba one of the 43 districts wa Ashanti region eye sechere Kumawu no aha ana mefi yesa ema ne ya mahohoa ho ne se aha ana minua pen eye oman hene ankasa Dr. Berema Safo Tweneboa Kodua eno nkoton so na no da asema de bia de twa enso mu twa mesu mu na me be kora me papa enso e wa hanum se nti is a mixed feeling mabafie ana mesa be di dwuma so nkokora nti me nuanom nyina so amo hanum se no so no me mamu nyina achi e mamu eye e kan say e da papa ende mabeka mo ho e wa hanum se ye twamfo nyini kakra bi di akire mo dia na ene se obedu hanum se ya kane no na ya nchiche mu sa ene ya chiche mu miensa na sa miensa na ya chiche mu no ehu ko hia e firi se na edru ba bia ekuro no tetrete na sefo no ni pe wo mu no na se chiche mu nti obehwa ye wo sechere East District.
Okay.
Sechere East District and ye wo sechere Afram Plains District.
Okay.
Sechere Afram Plains District and ye wo Kumawu ankasa bia ye we
the habe sechere Kumawu
abeti habe sechere Kumawu o se nyina na sechere East ana nchichemu na baka kaka na abenya miensa Afram Plains ne the account is sechere East no ana yenya sechere Kumawu nti ye wo ha na o ka sechere Kumawu so dia
ini ne yetene se oman hene o wa ha no obehwe sa mpeso am yehwe nyina the Afram Plains nyina hwe na se
nti but obia asase so ye pa Kumawu asase ankasa de so ye pa enti edipa dodo e wa hanum the last time you check here 64,396 64,396
that is for this constituency
Kumawu eye capital in kroni bi eye bodomase oyoko banko dadia se sechere besoro ana asachirewa eno na eformu eye nkuma na omudom enema na bewi eye Kumawu edi adanse so akire se ye wo afahye sonko bi kura ye dia eno ye frɛ no Papa Nantwi Festival eno afahye
Papa Nantwi
festival sa afahye no bre baso no eye march eye bosome no ana edisa afahye no eye afahye edimu yi pa na afahye so a adusia kese pa so ewo mpa nti ye twasamfo nyi we nyina akire mo ho ba bia me ni nua obi ene CJ ya be pie a ede sa nkomo we ebebrew enene china ewa Adom FM so Adom TV so ana Inshira eye FM ewo Kumasi so de e kanyina na say aha ekoso ye your election head quarters. Eti baby ade ne to baby adwumade bi e fa abato e ko bia no said the money yen edi dwuma emre ti se nyina be pem sa abre ye hye obo pepepe se e ade a sa nwumi e be koso obi kan sa ma ba abakosem kakra wa abato ho hye ni mu a
o man ma menka se me fi Ashanti region ba me first time am aba Kumawu
oba me kurum ni
me ma hada
I see
me ma hada but I just many amanfo din ko no mo kasa se me ba ha ebia a month ago anka me hu say runabout yi nyina yem futuro and one thing I was here who say a kwan ema kro enim
te
eyefi ha because of asphalt or my wa ha no Kumawu kro enim ate one of the things one person me can and say and makasa asem we ko see saying so that say ade ba ko Ghana so my ya ade ne say your development no even though a bit concentrated in the regional capitals. No? Oba region, there are some big towns. Omanya almost fair share of development. Oba Kumawu Chrono enim tekama.
Enimate.
Ehefe.
If you want 7
Ehefe. Adanya waha. Utimu say yes, district capital. Matese Enra hospital, district hospital, and the NDC omusha.
Yes.
Enra present. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo eba ebitwa homem 85% complete. Bombe timi a start here at least OPD ne nyoma nkakra no betimi ahase aye. In the general, Kumawu ye kura enim and I'm very impressed. I mean, my first time ni ekwan omaye wa run about ayeti so ni ade no timo say eha eye come. I'm really impressed. Ewo Kumawu. The vegetative cover ne so ohwe bipo yi so a greens na ewo ha kama. I'm hoping say development the ekos one kan baby ani ebu esidan ho na bi nkonkoba wa ha na be maintain vegetative cover no ama inframa ebo ha kra different
inframa no muda hoboko
emuda ho efinim
okay, so that's it. Yadika catches about 240 by election of Basuntin Edoba and say probably just a tip of the iceberg here. Walk through the 2020 presidential elections now. Asani about the real deal, that is the parliamentary elections now. But the presidential elections now results are interesting for the 2020 Kumawu constituency.
Okay.
Oshe era Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Onya Emma 23,502.
Wow.
Representing 80.69%. 80.69%. The na odine chipa yipano. The former president, now flag bearer for the NDC.
Yes.
His Excellency, former President John Dramani Mahama. Onya 5,325, representing 18.28%. Anna Era Christian K. Andrews, and also Onya 0.45%. Ivor Green Street, Obama Kaka, Ekradonko, Era Alfred K. Walker, no one Kaka. So if you look at
Christian K. Andrews, so that's Sofutra Abosom. 131.
Exactly. Also, no. Sa bato ni muno odi third. And nana nipa bi break us hey, what a surprise from nowhere. What me about
Baba, what's interesting? Omanani says I share two leading candidates. Nana Akufo-Addo ne John Mahama. All the other candidates, Omunya are less than 200 votes each.
Exactly.
But for a constituency, it was 64,000 votes.
Exactly.
We have a long way to go in terms of building a third force and answer all the other political parties apart from the NDC and the NPP.
So between the two, Krano, go back to 1996, between the MPP and the NDC. MPP 61%, NDC as in 1996.
Okay.
38.1%. So in 2000, Okwa NPP 72.3%.
Okay.
NDC 25.2%. In 2004, MPP 74.9%, NDC 23.4%. 2008, MPP 82.8%, NDC 16.1%.
Okay.
In 2012, NPP 78.6%, and then NDC 20.7%.
Wow.
In 2016, MPP 81.9%.
Okay.
NDC 17.6%. And a reflective war.
Yeah, it's interesting because also a trend now.
Yeah.
For the NPP, you can see a consistent increase in the votes. Some
maybe a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, 2012. From 82 to 78.
To 78. On the drop
and at 20, okay, almost appreciating 81.
Sure.
Point 1.
And at 2020, so no, I'm maintaining 80.69.
Exactly.
And you can see an appreciable growth.
Yeah.
For the NDC, I on and off. Into a kosro kakra na aba from kakra. And even in 2020, it was 18.28% for the NDC.
Okay.
But one thing is clear, say Kumawu a stronghold of the NPP. In this by-elections, I also election watchers, it's likely to follow the same trend. But of course, there are dynamics in by-elections, different. You know, by-election because the force of the entire national party in the constituency. In the even party or opposition, you don't underrate them. Because for the NDC, really, what they would want to achieve in this by-election will be to close the gap. I don't think
appreciate in terms of figures.
Yes, I don't think for even the fanatical follower of the NDC even thinks that they can win this election.
But the member of parliament for the NDC, Yera Mankwa,
yes,
Otie Nekasana,
yes.
Also watch this space. Trying.
No, but you have to whip up.
We are coming.
You have to whip up interest in your base. I think for the NDC, a victory would be say almost close the gap. No. It will be a huge psychological boost for them going into the elections next year. But mind you, say, sir, by-election way is some kind of a midterm election to gauge the expectations of Ghanaians and the strength of the political party. Of course. It would have been a good referendum for the next elections and a swing constituency. But for a stronghold constituency, say, you know, the NDC's strength and the victory for them would be so much to me maximize the vote in 2020. No much to me appreciate here. It will be a huge psychological boost for the Osha Enra when John Mahama came here, and as for the past 3 days, party big weeks in Aban, Obia air try as much as possible. No man, so what follow by elections in our country? The one I recall, Amenfi West, Asankragwa. You remember? The man Honorable Afol about Parliament. You know? The NPP said, it was a victory for them in a way because we to be a close gap in that by-election. Well, you would see, in that by-election, and also to say, in the spur of a moment, you know, asphalt all over Sankragwa, baby, no more asphalt. You know, in the NPP campaigns, and by election and Kamuma Menya, and you realize that the same thing the NDC for so they
Joseph Yamin, regional chairman NDC,
sure.
Pablo.
It's a feature of by elections. Because by election, the force of the two parties in a cut down into the constituency. But it tells you, say abino omodin bona ensheda enkoya. You are a bit shaky.
But it's not surprising, say the entire force
yes.
War abino.
Yes.
Me your train ya dua.
The same thing happened in Asankragwa. At the time, now NDC in our power. The force of the party went to the constituency. Even the MPP are not more opposition at the time. All the big in the MPP echo at the time. For a by-election, you don't take chances. Because of its psychological effect, you don't take chances. Because it carries over into the main elections. It is all a party. Every vote counts in a by-election. And I'm not surprised in this constituency. Because mind you, say, Oman, say, and so also the votes in now what the kind of ball presidential more.
Okay, so if you look at the parliamentary, just the 2020,
sure.
We have the late Philip Bassoa, 14,960.
Sure.
Representing 51.11%.
Yes.
Philip Bassoa, late, 14,960, representing 51.11%. Dua Kweku, independent, 11,698, representing 39.96%. Bernard Opoku Mafu, NDC, 2,439, representing 8.33%. Nana Mwako Gum, 174.59.
Okay.
Anna,
you can see clearly, say, Nipa Etwaba in the constituency, you know, in the 14,000, 11,000, 2,000,
Yeah.
NDC 2000,
14, 11,
and a 2,000.
Yeah.
Good. Sisiano, if the NDC should get, say, 6,000 votes in this election, do you know what that means?
They've done well.
It will be a big deal. It will be a big deal because in a general election, because mind you, say about by election, there are voter turnout form. Generally for by election, I'm from Tuaba said your motto general election. What you do as a political party is how do we whip up interest in our base to come out and vote, and you guard against voter party. And I think for the two parties, that is the main thing for them in this election. Said they be because also even this election, what it tells you in the 2020 general election, they say for a stronghold of the NPP, 14,000 votes. It's not really good. Bebrena co-independent candidate also 11,000 of the vote. In the end, say independent candidate it's me a pulley that massive vote, and that's why you see say most of the rhetoric from the NPP is how best can we limit the impact and the influence of the independent candidate. And you'd find some shenanigans kakra akoso. There is another independent candidate, the same name, Kwekudia. The EC has come out, Enra, say guy, symbol. The second independent candidate symbol, also symbol but EC say a violate electoral rules. I'm gonna change the symbol. I'm a aso. It is symbol is aso. But Kente no sufra. And the independent candidate one in sufra Kente. It was certain way a bit me creating in the minds of voters. And so say every party is doing everything possible to make sure say independent candidate how do I limit the impact? Say the and mind you also say who the new candidate nearby and also change the dynamics. Two leading parties, NPP the new candidate, NDC the new candidate na eba a change the dynamics going into this election. Into your man, it's an interesting constituency, interesting dynamics. We would see how this would go. But of course, Unimun say because it's an MPP stronghold, once they've changed their candidate, who is that candidate? Or you'll be a bit well known in the constituency. He was close to Honorable Baswa. I'm also told, the NDC candidates are quite resourceful. You understand? And it's a resourceful candidate in a stronghold of your opponents now, and also a way play in this.
Maybe the other had kind of resourcefulness or presence.
Yeah.
By the dynamics of 2020 change kakra.
A change.
If we say Sabreno, they are no core content chrono or you free MPP Amanyuko.
Sure.
Unya nipa binimo one MPP Amanyuko.
Because at the time that confusion was
exactly. Where your concerns back also a court to call ye dear. Omope papa titire MPP Amanyuko. Court to 7 more. And over here. Nipa do na Sabreno no MPP.
Oh yeah, because you get 11,000 votes as an independent candidate.
And Sabrena so no. Utietiemu ye na where the political calculations na. Enipa binim kura na no modom eye NDC ne so kwa no.
Sure.
Enti e kire o say onya hoden sonko with the hope say onu betba be can before was person we so.
And I'm also told say Oman after say independent candidate ni lusu ye no. Nioma or start na oyama constituency no way because again now or the idea say 2024 or sign Abba.
Yeah.
And no what the idea says so back in 2024 he would by that time now have patched up the differences with the NPP and he would have joined the NPP as their candidate. Mind you say in preparing for this by-election MPP for corner ho say sankebe ya because of my settle differences ni bibia nanka omra contested primaries no omomo condition, and this is something he said on record we could see he said omomo condition say so obesia babaka ompe internal party primaries bia and government as the sole candidate.
So you're bigger than the party.
Party ne can say no
he cannot be bigger.
And no yes sadia then he will still go as an independent candidate. But unim so say man so share records now. Anytime an independent candidate is coming back second time we are not a performance dwindle.
Okay.
In the first time, Oba say, the force will be ready in him. By the second time, I was saying back as an independent candidate. Na party na u free mono. Ebi my party up differences inti they would come as a full united force.
Acknowledge say hard-working national youth organizer, but the campaign coordinator, oh, that's over Damas.
National Youth
Organizer TV. So,
oh, you brutal.
Also, me, your mind in the cup, that's until so free. And wow, him, dear Menu, I'm saying, special prosecutor.
But
Wakuakaza, there's a Muliana, but you will be a tracker. My man was a Babaka, service, a baby stream. Because you know, a Queen man as a more de, but Okunye pa, that's it. In fact, he's been here for all these while. And also, no, on fanfare.
Yeah.
Or no, the idea say, on no way, Trump was a BB no all year. Whenever I saw the 6 are done on 9, Uberbo, China Future Quan Orm. It's a
constituency in relatively youthful.
Yeah.
And nobody and specific to Kumawu.
Yeah.
It's a Ghana thing.
Yeah.
And for every election, the youth no and you realize that on no wahano. Ne colleague on the other side has also been here.
Yes.
In the Omunina no air, she said they
was interested. No Mushiao, a taxi rank be an amino in Dinko.
Yeah.
Now Mudidi Omon Komu na Okachi and say, Unim, Abawi, ye be too much crumble. No, because not the Munina Moa. I don't know from Mampe to the last person, Jubilee House of Biawa. It was so interesting. Ye pronunciation, Member of Parliament, hopeful. NDC, OTA. And I say, hey, Maza, now we cause us say, oh, the BB, that's already in the calculations of the name. So, something different issue or two boa. Now, the nature no one in him. My more Kwaba, a president, Melbourne president, NDC, Bibi Boko. Wabe you how? When this we are Boko there, Wabe do century Kumawu, Bibia, and the Kwasu.
Adom, Bibia.
Oh, Rura, baby,
Baby, I see Arabia.
in Common Kama.
Yeah, and the Dodona and remember me at Chinukrumo.
Oh, really?
I am a crew number.
Oh, I see.
Because you know we're crappy, but Baba.
Oh, where they must be me. And some maybe me you need to preoccupy.
Okay.
To be me dim in pa.
Okay.
And you didn't share with the Abafi.
Yeah, Abafi.
It you also obi said neighbor if you for when you abriu.
Ghana and a near Bre. Sabi Oshe Amembua Koso Ewo Mainima. But them Gidi say Ghana this year in I say Kumewu Ebebo Kufado near MPP Abayne Koko. Na Omasesa Enema Koso. Say ye two about no ochina. Na insakra ba. Many that's what ya dear Bakope. Amembo na Koso no it will be a statement. Ghana for the Kumewu be ya catch Kufado say why would you mumpo no ye book so. Amembo na ubuno enkoye into sansano meye oma de bia me bompa is aban bi ohonoma obeye ne meyi na hoto aboma animu meye oma ye bompa is aban ni faili so ube win elections are enye the performance of the government your policies are the emigidi say policies are his excellency John Mahama de Beba in 2024 no a solid and a sign a resonate with the people of this country. But me pie bonne say otsena bibi kesi BBC na ebe pursue MPP amanyoku no man say Ghana for bonjo amanbo ne so if otsena ye ko endorse MPP amanyoku ni bi ma okumewu a na ye endorse corruption kronobo say proye bad governance any name ekoso enye nyina e no otsena kumewu man ebe endorse if they end up returning the NPP back to power. Let's just say the cost of my anymore. The other issues are a sign a hammy. I am ya and choir NPP for first air campaign. You know, you be social media and move 2 caps, China and Tuma. We cannot degrade politics to that level. And I said, we come a you crooked now. What the Obey campaign now votes. Now reduce it to a mock-up, you know. I attempt the day a macroma for no. I attempt the day my movie no more. Sabe, whom for need the MIA. Why reducing governance to that level? What my yea, a dossier. Now, Jimmy say, Yana, I can't, you know, or the 2 caps, Gary 1 cap, every year, you bet 12 mile. It is a wake up call to the people of Kumawu. It's we are Ghana this year. That's all thing, crime baby, and I Ghana baby, and I will share. Our bedroom now we're bushing for Kumawu from the two mofo na catch them say it is not business as usual and yet there be and I made them MPP ni asante man the edija you too for akonya and MPP be to asante man it is and I made them asante ni MPP ni no me asante ni MPP ni NDC ni ye be same na de ahoto ene eniema pa ebeboa mabunu enra ye the police for more than 1,000 ababegu Kumawu we see Adom Pare business 1,000 abano ba kumpo ewo mo Kumawu ni ana. That should tell you the level of unemployment they will crew man.
But what does that got to do with it?
And I say,
are you saying that there is no Kumawu in the Ghana police?
And I say 1,000 over 1,000 me say over 1,000 young policemen and women there they abano.
There's no single one from
there is not
but you have not checked. Is that what you're saying?
But you've not checked.
You've gone on record.
That should tell you the level of that's the Nam Krum. I'm not say police for ya be ya mu who krum ni wo opposite there be. Baby abe ko bi amranti agada. Mo Nam Krum ya mo nkyere me baby amakwa mo hu any productivity e koso. Every young person you find around and you're jobless. And now baby and you're school. You know why? Because for the last 4, 8, 6 years, now MPP are buying anymore. It is almost they don't even consider Kumawu. Na Kente Sanka constituency at Tuabama MPP and you buy elections Sanka, you buy Kumawu. You don't take the people for granted like.
But yes, sir. Now Kumawu be dinner no pay 20. Or say, and ya one. Say by election beso na amanyo kufo no de mirika be kwa kosiesie kru no fi wo hwe ya bakosem wa amanyo sima ba bia by election asibia na aban wo so no obo no homoden bi se ade bi atosi wo no na ho odin mu ne ohare so no obetimi e de aba osite e benefit amunya out of Amenfi West Asenkregwa that short period no skirmishes are both political parties no it happens. Now, Ebia, come on say, for how that's it. But say, we benefit at this time there. Road Minister Beka Chiro say, acquire that higher and the Joshua Bui. Nan crata soon be the hot da. It's where the and then a Beshia keke. Which I find it somehow difficult. Semaji Nina Tumsa. Ebia na yampa. Baby so I wait there. Minister we wanima e mo wirem kakra so I say but bekwa koto the o because say by elections here Asenkregwa NDC na MPP mpanyfo nyina kopie hoda honom gibre wo kro no ebobo nkomo ewi akire ire afola fam aha kran so de nti obi wish was that enya swing ke swinga na ebehu statement
of course and get swing conference here
but how no it is obvious. Apart from say Nimnyamfoi, hopefully be catch him say in fact from day one Michelle Okain BB BC only there mami who dream me I obviously there be Munyasa BB ABC na mzari minye die na ono na koda ba onim de oye ofo no it mess now ye nyina ye ntum say by election ba na abato bi ba so a ahari a I didn't believe say the one man bit me eye me kuruma kwan nyina nkyena 1 month less than a month. I didn't believe that.
It was asphalt.
And no, I didn't come on. There's a contract and a 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So it is very worrying.
Their projects and they are careful. We have a bomb price in the MP.
That's what is on social media.
And you see, Kumawu, this is the second time. It's only constituency 2 by elections.
Yeah.
The last one, Nippon president. Yeah.
As in time, Abaswa Ebano.
The last by elections, Kumawu, one another president.
At the late.
Let's say the last by election. This is the second time I hear by election.
Second by election. Yes. So Baswa came through by election.
And I say, Satan, one another president. No, Baswa didn't come through by elections. The one who Baswa unseated never through by elections.
He came through by election, okay.
On about through by elections. Okay. President Kufuor Breso. Same skirmishes. The contractors were good quiet. You two about New Year contractors in our core. They didn't go through with it.
And you are saying Joshua would also abandon them?
How do you know MPP and that in Kotompo, the only year in skirmishes. You two about New Year 80% of the work will stall. The last by elections, they did the same thing. history da homa ye me kra me nimo enu abro bi de kai me enu na me nam oyoko zahifa me do na abro bi so oh wait you who be pay and I'm so who be that pay was the president go for so by elections say see na contractors aba yeah street lights yeah to abadi yeah the NPDC so ara so even the people know say the NPP is deceitful and that cannot continue and no na you mean so and that is what we are telling constituents and say this time around it's not about MPP, it's not about NDC. It's about to be a development focused. The good news in Pony say Tom C. IE projects in the and I question man.
Your friend is saying Tom C. Ni Nicky no.
The nickname.
Tom
C.
Just Tom C. No, wait.
Question man.
Oh, we are man for. Tom C. No, Charlie. Wait. Wait.
The catch constituency say the mandate less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Into the year can say Oba ye no. In 2 years, Obama 1 year, yes, the same.
Main election, almost the same.
I would say, yeah, but not yes, yeah, no 1 year more, most the same. Yeah, Tina Kruba also enjoying him Kumawu for the last almost 28 years, we've been consistent with the NPP. And Mgwasia kind. Every big developmental project, you credit it to an NDC administration. Moncha and the NPP, Amanyu Kone in the last 8 years under President Kufuor, the last 6 years, yeah, Sabi, Oba Mpensenpensemu took room for Humanshim. Train the Omaye, there is nothing to show. And I make a choice that say, Omo Kumawu, and can this hospital here? Baby, NDC jet do ye. Ya abandon the
Pablo. Now, Ohini efa nipa edi spray ye kumu yes, and it was very worrying. Say adia kama abaya under John Dramani Mahama. Now abetiwosa. So as I said, the 3 cases, clearly it was worrying. Ohini T Koto from a crewman in our support is a baby. Adia went to me see what a man in Timesa because Mebusa health minister said, Dear Tinama, we are called Iraj or see, contractor was overpaid almost 19 million or whatever. But if the contractor was overpaid, me I will catch him, a quite better me first so I mean to me aquatis as every contractor. Now why did you as overpayment? So any Panadian, it has been a back and forth conversation.
There was no issues of overpayment.
So it's a back and forth.
LPP are buying by. On the catcher and say almost all the contracts that the NDC was working on was overpriced. They set up a committee. What will report to me? Because there was nothing like that.
For the roads,
for the roads, Cocoa roads, almost all projects.
For the roads, all reports.
And then what has happened?
A lot has happened.
What should have happened? No, has not happened.
What ought to have happened?
Of
has
course,
not happened.
It's not happened. But the report is there.
That tells you, say, Sabi, if there was substance, people should be prosecuted if what they are saying is true. But these are projects and they repackage it and make them look like NPP projects. But they are not their projects. And now they be hospital now.
85% complete.
But if after 6 years we abandoned, and because of the by-elections, who opens the hospital that is 85% complete?
Oh, you can start.
Depends.
Now say 85. Dominic,
85.
St. Michael's can say 85%. I shall say they all are passed now. Yeah.
But it depends.
When a private man sets up a business,
it is not like
it's not like an idea.
Of course.
85%.
Mayema Tom C.
Tom C. Tom C. Obey you the about
no, remember na bonidi. The full name. Full name ne Kwesi Amankwa. And the ballot paper. Kwesi Amankwa. Number 2 on the ballot paper. Okay.
And Kwesi Kasa was when you say what did we
yeah. Ozo ko Prempeh College. Who we year ben?
Me 93.
1993. Senior Amanfo. Wow. 93, not just an A level, right?
O level.
O level. And now we is no way. We
is no Amas.
Amas here.
Ahmadiyya.
Oh, Ahmadiyya. The old stadium. Okay. Now we go two very good schools. But Amas.
I don't know who qualified with very. Methodist didn't here. I said I don't get this guy. I come on, what is very about the school going? Maybe call Methodist Day. Also, we go very good to school. The area go very. Hey,
in this constituency, we chrome nehin.
Me chrome pie, but masse.
Okay.
And my papa and Sophie, my papa feet and it.
Wow. And to the 100% Kumawu.
100% green. So yes,
Waka baby. Oh, so we local, 100% local boy.
Wow. Me tentacles in a
spread a habit.
There's a Oka Kumawu name.
And Tom C. Kumawu and a Kumawu Tom C. Wow, that's nice. And me just say what's now a check. You know their issues, you understand their problems. What has been that single motivation? And I'm going to decide to say, "Oh, a member of parliament."
My single motivation say me free a business background, unemployment, especially youth. You know.
Okay.
Say you buy one number, ya na roho. Baby, I'm a but master say ube piano pa be 9 o'clock na youth etidame home. And wow, they baby 80 and from a fire and all I see is opportunities.
Yeah.
And as a business person, I thought say made the omen na ya project crony. Kumawu idea here. Ya the senchi baku besi Kumawu ha chrono a beer.
Senchi, you mean a good hotel resort.
Yes.
Krone be
a beer. You will near my P.
But I'm from money waiting so be conducive for a resort.
Me, I can't say how much I'm in love with the place. In the other, a hard dream say Ubebana because of bad governance, you know. Chrono attitude upon some side, ne hame. And me is okay. Men trying. As a matter of fact, now me see from Bay close to 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Last year, December, now many youth in the BA plan to see a Bay homecoming just to start it off with that.
Homecoming,
yes.
Okay.
Just to start off, Nayem project Chrono, and then we can push the business behind it. I've been on the ground. Many more year the investors be crab by me most of the waterfall sites and the forest and near there. Yeah, plan say
more planning.
We'll try to do something.
For Obi or Kumawu Otio, our sign voter, or person who say Uramankwa footprint in the constituency a day, the track record in the constituency a day, because before they entrust you with that responsibility, also who be aware for the constituency.
I've just been told so or related to Dr. Dufo. Is that correct?
Correct. Or Eminia.
Unia.
Jama. Me papa Nuane.
Papa Nuya and Dr. Dufo papa. Like in Nuyan Kasa. Oh, in mobile cousins.
Yes, cousins.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, sentiment. What? Oh, okay. Inti Nami Busa said, what is that track record of Uramankwa in this constituency? Say Kumawu ni bi mani triso be so okay we on the debate yensan MP no so non konko prebebre mre.
Say the American say bibia na won nhyase.
Okay.
Say be me kotena akwantu ma for some time. Inti me buy say na making last year and he started say a project is ayi no.
Yeah.
Inti ade a me pese me ye no. Akwanya na nyandru say you bet me showcase say okay yeah way but it's in the process and bibia no free baby na akọ baby.
Sure.
Inti say am ntimi nka say okay we in my year but they are na ye push for last Christmas make us say in anticipation say we ye be start to see a beton Kumawu was key ye homecoming.
Okay.
Now then yeah the businesses and as you know say na we no and happen overnight.
Yeah.
Into everything is in the process. And I said, breach it to say, every boy. Now, after I change BB and focus. Now, I say, okay, yɛn run election we are not the one that's to us why.
I mean, I think here introduction because if you relate to for me, say you are from a political family or family near a political family.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, say, in an MPP stronghold, for somebody like you, why the NDC?
Me who say and men can for Kumawu nko a me can for Asanteman.
Okay.
Say be ye man yourself say ye prim puntu.
Yes.
Emma ye man ene ya brabo. Usha Asanteman ene even Ghana as a whole NDC party be a social year
Democratic Party.
Moboa edi impuntu eba. And as a person I believe in that. Say ubekọ baby a ukwa ubon say emphasis will be enye wo na eba ho but eba for a community nearly. Inti no ne ma me Adom NDC from London and
now London UK branch no.
UK branch. Inti me buy and so no na me wo akira emwan kakra de boa but a drew state say me na me hu say party no wo future e wo Ashanti region. Na ye pushi a ye mo bi sorry e be a bit more attractive to other people are almost so edgy party no. Omo party na omo beba omo abedom enti eno na ma me say ma me nyimanim na yen start yen push party yen project me.
The last election 2020 elections no NDC candidate ninya a little over 2,000 votes going into this election or target pie saying
na my target is 16,000
votes in this by-election. 16,000. 16,000 based on them.
Based send Ipanoa. And we'll go to them and we'll send a message to them. And I know say a true be
no almost all no. Now you bishop no region that I taking on with them. And the number 6 no. I can say the symbol is similar to the number 5 no. Into God's son or say once it's okay, normally buy a horse. Yeah, into buy some city. I deputy chair operation to also engaging us one penny. But we are in regulation 14 of the CI 127 and my commission mandate to change. The one commission share and the commission decided so no one wants to sign your power and to best and and this is how the current notice of came about into anything.
Yeah, but the other thing is per the electoral laws no. Before an election, how many days there was a statement of poll ever out?
I'm ready now.
There are no specific timelines.
The law no cannot go. I'm saying dates to be informed now. But normally, the process now is going to and also delay because we see withdraw, we see change, we see and no delay. But about last week.
Okay, into Siciano, mu change the second Kwekudri and the logo no from a bed to a hole. Ononswa raise protest on Tiase and
the thing is the man here more. And because the most important thing is he was engaged at the district, regional and national level was one print. So that you can then come out with your own symbol. Acceptable to all of us. In the cannot own print there, then we apply the law.
One other point is the NDC candidates say when the decision was taken, say CPP and LPG are off. In there was a candidate a move a step up. In the NPP who was number 3, EBA number 1. And now no NDC, I know number 4, no EBA number 2. Or say that thing was not communicated to him. Ain't he?
And then because I didn't notice or poll no. So unless he says well, I don't when I don't change in simple no. Or changing that picture no. So because I had drafting by the drafting bro. So he got the draft and in the market in changing that area no. So when drafting by now the 2 and we changing that area no. Unless workers well.
On one side, honorable, or say, and a statement of poll. No?
As I'm making, it was way before this issue.
Okay.
About a week before this issue. Notice of poll about any day. Not such changes in Yako. So, my concern was time Nipano a drop out.
Yes.
I dear change, Anopa, Nima who say, MPP candidate no I in the posters are order number 1. That is where I'm questioning.
So
how
saying
then we have information is say or ma drop it out yenye candidates me part me busa ye election director also want to inti anopa me sending message say edian na ekoso and also on so want to hwe and me sending no poster amenya say MPP call number 1 inti that is what I'm questioning. Notice opposing there, yes he's right almost send the buy na sa changes na badada last week or 2 weeks ago they weren't very sure about the time but ne nipa for and also no and anomani issue no say I'll run it for about a week or 2 into whatever the impression is already created.
In the time I want second notice of poll na anomani e mienu na also
and yes candidates in here 4
na mo 4
and I make us me picture cry also na enye sharp
into
picture and almost which is fine.
Dr. Srebo, I think that's where the issue really is. At that time, why did it take so long?
Issue. The thing is, the commission can drop the notice of poll, but the person is transparent, and I want to say, look at the arrangement now. Notice of poll, which was said, sign about people. And the year draft made a moment in our market.
Okay.
At that time, no, the NDC can be complain about, say, when you change the picture, man.
Yes.
One cap issue about position.
Yes.
Right? That time now, the second notice upon about 2 or so a week ago, no. He only saw, said, opposition changing the picture, man. One has any question about notice, the event,
the position.
The position, no.
Yeah.
But he should say, a young printing notice of poll, nobody would draw issue. It's only when we have. There have been instances when Baba printed those poll. They've stopped printing those poll by approval and some why a ballot paper. So there have been instances Baba printed those poll, no, all right. By the time Baba printed ballot paper, no, now you would draw about the ballot paper would differ. Because at the time now print ballot paper, no, now will be out drop. It will differ. And now say because you disqualify will be. Now maybe I notice upon about I refer to the disqualification, no. Now they might be legally whatever. But now just said because I didn't buy. The ballot paper will differ from the notice of poll. It for now, no, as it is, no. The notice of poll, no, man, no. A buyer, no. Now, commission take the final decision on the two independent candidates. By position, the near a final, the one they go for now, run there, and don't do anything. And put in committee on. The one they say they are not contesting, you can't do anything about it.
Okay, the decision on two.
The final notice of poll, last week, early last week, or last week, and no reflecting PPR, nobody has complained.
Into the final notice of poll, now my change in the symbol.
I don't get participating or once we should see it. The notice of poll be out officially. The EKNI behind the scene and negotiate discussions now. But the final one a year gets in the book,
the final decision on changing the logo of the other independent candidate. No more taking it away.
Men kai dan by taking and the final notice of poll never. Or no quite so still on just but I can say that is because me can say share or more they never cooperate no the other parties no or more candidates or more reps by it. Me I'm going to lead that meeting, you know. And I'm catch up me say we no but not the in the second independent candidate new logo no rep no one pastor or something. Because I said, and I'm going to law, no, you do law, and say, law, my power to do it. So we are doing it any day.
But Obi, electoral commission, Dr. Srebo, sometimes almost we invite a lot of mom or district. Any pan in our machines to do no pictures by no. And a district before they call national, is that the case? But send any district, no more no. Then if international or more Montemno, Omunisa and Common Massa, and Omano, name free, copies of the thing is, I engage, you know, because the only person the issue is the first candidate in the on the bar first, Junkas won't do Sano. And I can say second candidate, you know, also was a Sano.
Okay.
So the district cannot change it. The region can change it about Ranza. Because when all changes acquire, it should not stop winning more. You can answer. It was on they engaged him. Yes, man can once more. He was engaged and was once a son. As I'm not saying, but before take because once a son. And the way I put out now, because I'm not a samba want to be young. The would answer call attention to the Penivore say the Macan Papa wants into the commission to take a decision. We are all working for the commission.
The first statement of poll, no. Why did it come out?
A draft. You need first notice of poll. A draft.
Okay.
A draft. You need
a leaky
about a draft. And you know the official notice of poll.
Okay. And what was making rounds no was a leaked draft,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I want to know independent candidate now on one thing. And they know a leak a draft. And from approved one. No, and it was not approved.
Very well. And Sisiano, Ahobuane is saying for China Yame Adoma.
Miami Adom, Bibia, Bedru, or Ballot of Bibia, Kumawu, I say. And the Benjamin Bedru last Friday. And the I said, I am watching Bibia Kama. The American so Obia Yabutre. Voting there, and Yami Siboku can be decided to want to be winning. It is the voters. Indeed, I am calling any voters in Kakasa.
Dr. Sebo, Dr. Sebo, Mr. Electoral Commission for more Yapesa Kasan say voting the Yamu number will be a winning. Bamu a major in Timpamcho, Sakasano. It doesn't really encourage. And in Yafa Electoral Commission for say, the ye pepe yono, Movena Moniana Fenin your montum. And Sana, it make us about to the next down fire. And the next follow-up question is that Sankra Tana Abeduno parties in Omu Jimno, Omoya West Abedu, Newaha, Ubia Gidis, Bibia
seal, elbow ballot, Bibia,
come. And no one can because Omon of you're doing a print to you.
Okay.
The agency now our printing house, you know me, Bandias, I've been no Cassadia. Agent Bia should have the serial numbers of the ballot or no. The nominal is silly, and the party for Bia agent can be no rep for printing house, no. And when they either been in the hour away.
Okay. How many polling stations and yes, set here up?
Kumawu was 75 polling stations.
75.
Yes.
Wow. That's quite a number. And I believe, sir.
Oh, it's a 75. The people are 300. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
But still,
yeah,
75.
It's still big. And I just say, all the electoral rules I apply for general elections no would apply in this one too, right?
But you will see general election to the same law now. See 127.
And I apply very well.
Vanity.
Very well. Doc, my nasi bibi actually adwene be san so about hobio. Why?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, Papa. Okay, in the doctor's Rebo Kwaku and Moten and Kanyame Adoma Ewie Ekosi saying Jumedian will be live from Kumawu and the Ebe Science Netting Comonafi. I share the latest development Ebebe 2 p.m. Pepe, the Ekosi saying Ebe Bremuntia and Amashan so. George, having listened to him, at least what clarify some of the issues are now on.
There is no clarification. Oh, Mamika be being sure. The posturing of the Electoral Commission, the arrogance they exhibit, and is a danger to our democracy.
The Electoral Commission.
I didn't say
not this man. Okay,
I didn't say Dr. Very well. Say their posturing and the arrogance are more exhibiting. It's a danger to our democracy. Ubisa the two questions. Or the leader draft. Per the CI 127, and then the regulations not kind here. There is no way that draft should have even gone out with the two logos on.
Was it leaked?
No. You see, it could not have even been a draft in the first place. Wouldn't the NTR? Because a buyer now straight away, you cannot have two logos and the same people bearing the same symbols. Now I'm an acquired. So the EC should not have even entertained it unless that will be what mischief be away. And that is how it comes there. I don't say more sample. There are no days. That can also not be correct. You know why? If elections is tomorrow, and I'll notice of polling, but how do I know I'm a candidate?
Yeah,
there has been
unless you have a counter provision in the law, just a specific time. Then we have to look at the law. Okay, George.
It may not be written in black and white,
of course,
but there are conventions.
Yeah.
Over the years, what has been the best practice? So, may elections Now it's 23rd year to aba. Then I mean who notice of poll. How do I know I'm a candidate? The notice of poll should have been out at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, but was okay.
Anybody
Now, my main communia CJ or make us said we are Boura Kumawu Kurumi. Now, also in commodity CJ. Sir, oh, Temenka, baby, Aujina Biano. If we will try quickly, said the Kumawu Mountain Society, and they said the Nipa and Adishia also know on a couple. On Bape, the Baba Cabet idea and come.
Quarters senior wa woni mu no de ne ekoso ewo Kumawu constituency de somo by election ekoso da me Adom a ochina ma yen kan kire wo say ye wo 75 polling stations na ye beto aba na me Adom a ochina 75 polling stations na 25 electoral areas enti sa na mfoni no etie isane ye share mo bo no say edun komo no ye di refiefiem ene amanfo shops na fe ye bisa sane niema ekohanti ye chance free hand na fi menu abey mani insane de mani no entwetwe nkomo ante Adom TV so ne mache
ye nua
but you for saying
a friend Vida
ante Vida okay o shop ni on
me shop
okay ye beto aba na me Adom a wochena mo a mu free Kumawu krom ha etimo saying
oh me de about one de enka me de me support Kwakudua. If you send MPP for 80,
Kwakudua no mu de hom ye mienu independent near contest 2020
me pa chan. If you say MPP me fan say 7 years ni omunya hwe ma oman kan say MP ni wu ya enka kro yi de komunya hwe ma ye MP wu ye enti uko Facebook ankrofo MP nwu MP nwu uko Facebook a social media sa na nkrofo de go ye mpingu no mo meye kro ni yi mu cha mo 3 cups konko miensa gari 2 cups no masa ma enti
ehefo na eche
NPP for no duma omudi wo krom ha no enti we ye de yaman we ye de yaman enti media nka me seminuanom se omontuma Kwakudua wono na waye na adwene se obeye kro ni yi na MPP for ne de 7 good years e de no mo ye se kan nye MP na wu ya koma ma ye hwe
enim ha kwan nyina de mananse ane
na nu ya MP ni wu ya no mo be ye hwe se Mahama si hospital yi si was 6 years or 7 years na nu ya no ma ye mo adwene se omo aba ho a wo mo ye bibi enti o mai ensuo kra ba krom ha sei no NDC for na di nsuo ba ekrom a me ntiase o man ye hia independent onu na be boa obe story agina na MPP for ne de me need to betimi aye hwe amaye
okay anti Vida me dance ofan patro bra o ye ho anti bra na me no nkasa ye fro saying
e from Docas
anti Docas onso kan bi eti saying aba ye ba beto nyame Adom a wochena anapa na metie Professor Solomon Basua a oye honorable Philip Basua ni nua na ode ayawde na kasa se even though baby ani nua no obi an ni beje se ye akwan wa ha no osusu se sa akwan ya ye ni nei se ye ne ntem a anka ni nua no anka bi anka wan one ne ya adwene sa
meni ne ya adwene e che se ekwan da wonyenне nsuo to a ekwan ko kuma gidi pampanyufo okremu so eye ba na nipa ba okremu so kumoni ekrom ya kachi kura ya kachi mpuntu juma bie ne memu an mawe ne na hosa akwa ni na hosa akwa ahoho no ba munya juma ye de ya tikruma na juma bie ne juma ba so a fir ba so da ma ahoho na juma oye no krom o de ma ahoho uye kumoni na akwa juma ha obisa so firi ha ka so fi Kumawu a otua aka ma o mebi osokọ minya wa ha biem mpuntu juma oye
adwuma ben no
ni nyuma obiebie ko biebie no agogo ama Kumawufo bia anya uye kumoni ma anya adwuma ni bi usukrom ha ofuru ma shaha ne papa ni free a ne maami mfrent wa nyemputu dwuma bia ma yokuma ha kuma de akachi pa akachi esika force okrem te eseka kroma ya gidin
enti akwan a ya nyina nya de betimi asesa bribia abatu
ensa kire se papa no wie no mo ni mfidie besisi aso mbeye ekwan no ebetimi asa yie no ke ye wie a o mmeye biem efisa stakra onu sa no mo ye ese no mo kwan tutu ayi wuye papa yi
Sir John
ye ena sakra onu mo so mo ye kwan se mo ye sedwa ye wie ekwaroma anye biem nti saa na ha so betimi abasa.
Okay. Madam Ase, ofa can be. Se me ko man can be. Ofa ba cho ni.
E frame ya mensa.
Ofa ya. Can be.
Mu dem program about minti ha. But me tintini nyina me dem hu se won wa bibia wa ase. Ebi ne na me ofa se wo kan se. Mama pension hospital ka se ye. Je o ya yitu na ba ya na se na ba gu ya we no ba mfie nsia ni. Na nakura ba kroma be 2 times abehye boye beye epim sa amre a wonye ene kwa ya hu se won agusu tada da kwa nya ya obi mpe ho asemwa papa ito fo mu abaso to fo mu ne nam se won hu se by election be banti omde America ya won be wi minim ye se wonum ye bibie to ba wi a so on be mi o so won mi o no an on be jaye go we kura nya ne papa mbi no won aye ni enye papa ti ha de nema ebre ho no mu aya ye ho kire wa pa ya MPP betna so anase onum be di abai anase bre bi won take over okruma se yi hunu ade papa bi won aye ni kruma ene mi so mi nim no no
enti se ene o chena nyame ya adom na wo to aba o beto akọ hen
o meto ama independence ni no fi se wono de onye hwe no oboa nema nkitin bebre wa hankurase no wonwo hia toilet ni ade wasisi bia ma wonum na afi nkura no kura since 2020 nkura no time BC time no ko enso ha wotimi ha ka ma school fo no mom de examination center because first no so na wonum fe fo bidru kura no abre no obi ko enso ha wasa abre de na wontiri mo ko tworo we nyina oba ye no waye ni nyina ma wonum ya picture bi kura ba madansi ni ma waye mo am ko hwa mbe hu na makankan ni mi so mi nim no
okay Auntie Brian na bra okay enti yen koni say na fe ye ne omanfo na omo ha no bi twetwe enkomo ye wo Kumawu ye nkomo no afa ye di rewre fiefiem na fe age omanfo no adwenkyere ne omo dwene fa ochena abato na ye ba abeto no menu abai o ha memmen na fe mene no twetwe nkomo suti bra we ni e den ya
independent man nema independent man why ni kruma no mo hwe trata ya ye nkrofo school park ene esreso toilet facility bomi toilet akrochire toilet ene 3 years and counting free transport to sa ni na me kan ni nyina no and we see construction of apebiachire bridge Anglican school mo no bridge ne woni na ye enti independent ne yenya onya mgaye kura no mo hwe ne oye
okay ye bedo ase so ti bia me na me no nkasa ofa bra be kasa on Adom TV so ne e frozen
e pa cho ye frame Kofiadu me pa cho ha
o china bato no ko ne sen
yo abato ne be ko yie pa e be ko yie anse ye free to aba ache e free 82 ene ato aba okrom ha enim se abato nso de to impuntu onti ne to aba ye nto aba hunu a kwase wasora ahomache bi 2 no akodi lie na wakoto aba abra nya mpuntu enti etimi hu se youth na ewo kroma na yese tesa niema efi se bia kan sia mamu a enkoyie enti na yema ona abukwa kudu aba ye youth ewo kroma na yema ne begina wonyina for independence ne empre kro mpuntu enti se bu hu se dede ne niema ye ne kroma ya ye nta obi a ye nyina ye kroma ba ye bese ema MPP hu se yes sa niema wo kroma ha enti na hu se ene ni abre pa ase no amoba hu se kampia ne ya anwumensa moba kambe hu se ni abre ye be sesa niema ye se sesa niema okroma
okay mo ha ba ko na eye akwan ene ye ba ye hu se akwan no ye gusua kama aye ni yi etemo sen
katachie efrimre sentin ene de prayer akwan wa ha sam na ye GC a wonya ne ba bi ko nyame fa ne kransie yi onu na di animu a se ko be prayer me ye nya kwai ya kumu ye kwai ye nye enti ye ntimi se onipa ni wu ye ne ye be gina o se ye ba be ye kumu akwai akwai ye sope omukoso akakra no makoso akakra no ekwai de hu ye nke di free ayi dwabe na omo ye ye si ye na ko mato so be si wuraso na ka ade wo ha bia mo ye se mo ye ni sope kura na wa nyina omko akakra no makwa akakra ndi efi sabande ye to na se ye to no wrong place a ombese semfidie ni nyina ko mo nye kwa no je se sesa niema na mputu dwuma na se bakrom ana eto aso ne bakrom
madam ase enti yemfa ahade no ensi ye besa so abawo hobio na fe nkoma ekoso wo Kumawu nyina no ya de abrawa higher election headquarters meeting the chief Jerry Forson with me from CJ
well menua chief Jerry Forson CJ nano da na odi wa woda okwa tifi edabi tifi mantem ana ko ye dwumedie sonko o ya mehira o wasa ba me krum ana ne nso pɛ sɛ wogye adwuma no nyinaa yɛ wo me kurom no wo nkwa ahemfie kora nkɔkyea abarima na kikikikiki wakɔgyina no ba kikikiki no wabɔ wura mu a kikikikiki wowura kuro bi mu na sɛ woamu sɛ kuro wura a wokɔyera anaasɛ asɛm to a wɔna abo nsampa nti woaba de hyɛ me wɔ ha na gidigidigidi mede akyɛw awia mu hɔ deɛ sɛ mɛgye woatom sɛ wɔbɛforo sa hara sɛ wode enwan ne mpɔnkye bi ba na mameka wɔn ɛwɔ Kumasi ne ɛyɛ nkran baabi a mohwɛ biara central ne western eastern ne western north nyinaa sɛ ɛne deɛ yɛabɛdu ɛyɛ sɛkyerɛ Kumawu ana yɛdi adwuma ɛwɔ anim sɛ by elections ne nti ana yɛwɔ your election headquarters yɛabɛka yɛ nnuanom ɔmo firi ɛyɛ nhyira Adom love joy asempa Badwam ana mekyɛ sɛ Adom TV yɛde sɛ adwumadi wei ɛbrɔ megye de sɛ wayɛ krado yɛakasa pii yɛhyɛ aseɛ no nsie ntɛmɔ yɛgu so di nkɔmmɔ a ɛne wokɔ akɔpem sɛ nondu bɛbɔ ne ahome bɛyɛ dɔnhwere bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ne asa de ɛkɔsii sɛn dwumadie no ɛnua obi from 2 to 6:30 yɛde bɛbrɛ ɛwɔ kwan soronko so kora nti monhyɛ no so ɛnnɛ yɛwɔ ha ɛkyena nso yɛwɔ ha ne nyinaa ne sɛ election headquarters yɛde by elections wo nkɔmmɔ no nyinaa na ɛbɛwie kyena no yɛde biribia ɛbrɛ wo sɛ deɛ nkɔmmɔ a ɛsunsuansusuan ho ne yɛdi yɛne ɛyɛ NDC mmarahyɛbadwani hopeful ɛyɛ wura Amankwaa adi nkɔmmɔ ɔno nso nadwenkyerɛ de atoto dwa na afei NDC ɛyɛ national youth organizer Ira Pablo sana dodoɔ na ɛfrɛ no lawyer ni mapa ɔno nso wɔ ha yɛkasa yi deɛ ne nua nso ɔwɔ ɛyɛ MPP ɔno nso youth president na ano da kora na aposifoɔ to nsa frɛ no na no siesie bi ɛno ada mehu sɛ nana bi nso aposifo asogyafoɔ atade no bi aseɛ deɛ no na ɛhyɛ no menim sɛ mmaburu no ɔbɛka sɛ designer sɛde deɛ wokaa sɛ Pablo so ɔso ɔkɔ a sɛ
kyɛ bia na NDC ɔmo election anano St. George
ɛna meka sɛ
ɔkɔ Ukraine o
ɛti wonim asɛm ɛbɛsi no sa saa
youth commander the commander there and you have to
na me sɛ ɔmo ne asogyafoɔ ne apolisifoɔ kɔ kasa sɛ saa ɛdu saa time no deɛ me Pablo deɛ meba gidi mi chese beni abe
a police phone na soldier phone mo
but is there any law that prohibits untumi
actually no
camouflage there is no law
exactly.
But say again
semblance
there is no convention there is no convention
unim
say the distinct between ordinary
camel
and our the flags of the countries now
sure.
A fly water
that's true.
So if I'm wearing any camel, now and
I say a polo.
And I say before, but if I wear
my true religion, my guy, my true religion,
everywhere in the world, people wear them, and there are no issues. I didn't think I got
it cannot be a certain culture.
No, there is no culture. So we must break it. So we must break it. There is no convention.
But I convention.
Yes.
I feel in designer shops. And I say, so me say, na Ghana, government of Ghana, na bibi coat of arms, boma. That is the symbol of authority. It is the logo, the emblem, no, and a symbol of authority, no. That is what. And now one Okanye asks now, one that protects the coat of arms, one that protects the flag, even the national anthem. But in the absence of that, now Chimia. Charge Ben Adom bomb your court.
It's not going to charge anybody, but
there is no charge.
Military accoutrement charge. Yakwaba just a minute. Nafi Salam and Nasha Comras Nafi Pablo Abekawama. Yakwaba is here.
1 week. Honorable Baswa, we are 1 week. And you see, it may have happened in the past, but I don't try to say here. You're careful, you'll be able to start your bumpers in the MPA. Because when people are, and I'm pumped to about Chrome. Obibisa Salam, a very intelligent one as of mine is there. At the Intina, na honorable Netias and obstacles, so that's one more. Of which we have my Jumano. And you heard how he craftily put it. I can tell you for free, sir, it may be true the honorable had lobbied. But say yepa yen try you place it tender because roads like this, the tender is made public or published, published. A emergency, then it means it is because of the by-elections it's the emergency. Because you see, what is the emergency in constructing town roads in Kumawu? Maybe. No, it is not grounds. There are conditions under which contracts qualify for emergency.
It might not be sole sourcing. It might be restrictive tendering.
If it was even restrictive tendering, there is a process that must be exhausted.
Absolutely.
It's almost for documentations are because I can say it on authority based on what I know. They say the MPP only came to Kumawu to fix their town roads because of this by-elections, and this is not the first time. Under President Kufuor, when was the by-elections?
If we say, finish with documents, this is here. If it's a road minister, which mean needing Komono, Emma Metiasia, then Krata Mame, say, a quite way who she said, at the order that they will not send and some Abishia. A quambia was said the order that, and who said the order. Where a Krata, I sign, Nakasi, Baby Juma. The unfortunate thing is that also the Obuama, Sakwa way, who she said, do some paper show. He's no more. Okay. And no ya. Say only honeymoon the ACC the Chisa Diamond, Kowako on Impenuphobi. It's a young penalty, but as to how a bit shia by less kiki Hodie, when you mean him.
But you would also know, say by election about the bar, granted, Senate process, ne crash, say clearly the pace of that process may too slow. By election, might have fast tracked. And you have to admit
I can add something. If you want to follow this a little bit well, follow what's happening in Efigasi.
Yes.
But you know the contracts were entered on the same day.
The two contracts.
Yes. You can ask Honorable, are you free? The same day. And or your post to be, I think, September.
Give us proof. Give us proof.
Yes.
Give us
or
proof.
your post to be on Facebook.
For proof, my for documents.
Or your post.
This you write information bill about me. They act and I law. Bring us the law for contract. Yes, I am a mayor. Me ma me chini o. Itu ye mi kuro mu kwa me de. Me ma me papa ha ye mi kuro mu kwa me de. Salam
or you be a time be a small one in this. It was Kasana or Hahan in your own city. Where credit is due, it should be given. Oh, where there's blame, let it go.
Then blame your government for abandoning projects.
I and she share. And even in the midst of crisis, still goes ahead. I think he deserves some credit because
in the midst of crisis,
Honor Philip Baswa Toy, in
the midst of what crisis? What mismanaging country now is in the midst of crisis?
Can say, oh,
we for some managing economy
and try. So maybe Kwabri and a different constituency, but he insisted, said they be machine and a number, and he had been here. He had come here with Philip Baswa to assure Nananom say they be
Philip Baswa to this assembly
but Ejuma Philip Baswa you better be a quino amamo. In fact, some of the Nananom Ayakoye also reiterated the fact the minister yes, and the minister has come, but they don't know when. And Yamin Chadia and Chabiana Joe Shop Obi Nan and I made your point that Sana wouldn't Russell Russell. Maybe if you rush into Pacho. Asama Minia
Russell kind of my or my Russell kind
Sisiako
and also Joe Shop there. But I'm going to say you move on with the conversation. But Salam, how Muye the governing party, you name what by-elections tend to do psychologically going into a bigger election, which is 2024. For more as the ruling party, how critical is this by-election?
By-election be critical. by-election be critical. And MPP election be you find it serious.
Okay.
Yeah, you need election kit you deploy the full machinery of the party. Every national officer has been here. Every national officer, Abaha. Every regional officer, Abaha. Together with constituency polling station for. It shows you say, they are not serious. It's not just because MPP seat. Be a by-election, basically, you did the same force and the and me MPP by-elections, I can't remember the last one amount. In fact, I also by-election, Few West, Talensi, which are the very recent ones, all of it I have participated in. And the full force of the party, full throttle, have been in play. And the same thing, in fact, me was zone, check constituency into zones. As national youth organizer, me the zone, and other national officers. And every day me come in zone to understand what is going there. Understand every single voter.
Yes.
I understand the numbers. It shows you the detailed work. You see, we have gone beyond elections. Slogan.
Is there a science and data?
Science and data.
And
you need to understand the numbers. What I say, and that's why I keep telling you. Don't just wait and see how the elections would finish. Then na minya NDC for no, na me domat nasi, Pablo, na mama omo
breakdown.
Yes, detailed education. Send ya election about to yes we are serious about 2024 now. Somebody my bibi kakra.
Why bibi?
Na must buy bibi because me na the youth into at least omoko from kra ma yemfa sumbon and fambono. At least you twing a bit much say
but you think say the youth would also determine how these elections go?
The entire population is very youthful. In fact, one thing that has amazed me is the level of Nkwala constituency. Every community, Pia Mako, Nipadudu na Mabam Nkwala. So it's a very, very youthful population. I doubt, say, people who are 65 and above would even get to 10%. In fact, even 5% of the constituency.
Okay. The last election, 2020, the NPP candidate enya 14,000 plus.
14,000 plus.
My target is saying for this by-election.
You better 14,000 or so.
More than 14,000.
You better more than 14,000. Oh, in the last election, NDC candidate.
But when the
2,000.
The Busa say the candidate on the ticket of the NDC, or send a target or Manoka said 16,000 votes. 16,000. Mibusan said the last election, NDC candidate Ninya 2,000 plus.
Yes.
Another target is 16,000.
NDC candidate.
And that's what sorry now by.
I mean, who know?
Yeah. 439. But see, what's the target is 16.
We different. Burkina Faso and Mali. Because me tia minim all kind. But after
16,000. What
wishes
14,000.
So you're losing the
wishes. They are like horses. It's simple. Everybody can ride.
Or kasakeke.
Even 2,000 or 2,000.
Yeah.
I doubt say obey me still 2,000. Look, a typical MPP constituency. Obi. Me say 11,000 now. Independent MPP for the DNIMO. MPP for the DNIM.
And as I say,
I can mention to you MPP executives who were leading and fronting the campaign of the independent of Kokudia. In fact, Kokudia I can say, on MPP, even though in recent times, me who picture with John Dramani Mahama and NDC for Pablo Abe Shechre, independent now, who John Mahama, Kokudia na John Mahama, sorting out, Maniska say, on behalf of MPP for. But Nkosiaga, ni omuye campaign Emma independent, MPP for, Oma back because candidate are no. I'm friend in Kambomura. Ernest in Kambomura. Yes, in Kambomura. On Ernest Yao Enim. And look, we went into the 2020 election heavily divided, and I'm sure you know it. Heavily divided the constituency. In fact, now executives be
court to 7.
Heavily divided. The entire constituency. How about together?
In not just a could you 11,000? Is here
11,000.
When you
meaning your bit me.
Okay.
They are not sure.
You would say 14,000.
They are not sure because Omonokran in terms of figures.
Yes.
They have a fear.
Maybe we don't have a fear.
But the NDC
our target
was quite bold.
We have
that's what I'm saying, 60,000.
We have a bold target that we're going after. We will not go below
14,000. No.
There's no will go below 14,000.
But you are saying this.
We will not go below 14,000.
You are saying this with the backdrop, say, during by-elections, the voter turnout from you.
If we are, yes.
Right?
And that is why, look, but I met Marshall Boss say 80% turnout
will come tomorrow.
At 80% turnout of the total constituency will not go less than 25,000.
Wow.
Oh. Pablo, that should send shivers down
before Pablo Bebano. Yentu mikani yenkona CJ.
Yenko CJ ho.
Akone na mahimfi.
Okay.
Bia unya nana ni di nkoma.
Okay.
Ye hwe de CJ suka. CJ baby ogina bia no. Som na wo mi krom. Echi ne maka ba
koso ewo Kumawu constituency. Ya de sumo Adom TV. Adom 106.3 FM, Asempa 94.7 FM, and Inshira 104.5 FM. Efi ne ya kopem ochina a ebeto abane de wo election headquarters ne ebekoso bia no ya de sumo. Sane ye di kan bo amane anapa no ya de nkomo no ye di wurawura fiafiem ene shops ahoduom. Enti kwan amegina so yutum say kwan ayagusu kama. Ina ne tese kwan ekwa kopie agogo sa kwan ye nam so ekwa kopie agogo ana ye de san komo yi ye de ebrewo midin the chief general force ma membo nra ha na fei me say hardware shop bi wa ha me ni omo ha no me ni omo entwetwe enkomo around already we feel say dodge camera ne da enso obo akra opening Adom TV so ni ye mo ache but we aboko de na me Adom ye fro say
me patcho ye from kodopon
kroma ya na ofio
patcho an
ochina
din adodo na so din me toga.
Okay. Ochina na me ya Adom a ye to aba e constituency ha de yi mrahye bedwani. Answer ne eba beto aba we say nema bebre e kosa ye ya kwan ne ade eto sen opani.
Oh, e kwan ne de omo ye but nya ne papam. E kwan a ye ya ye kuro tukuru. Ye nyewuru.